Hi there, I'm bowl trainer Alicia, and this is Movement of the Month Club with Well+Good. This month we are focusing on mobility. I'm going to take you through 6 different hip mobility moves. Let's get started. Move number 1 is the quadruped hip cars. So you're gonna be on all fours, hands are under the shoulders, and your knees are under your hips. Let's go ahead and tuck that rib cage in towards the spine and hover the right leg just about an inch. We're gonna drive the knee in towards the elbow, take the shin and knee out to the side, and internally rotate the hip and then bring it back down to the starting position. Let's reverse the move. Bring the heel up towards the sky, doing a 90-degree on the knee, and then externally rotate the hip, trying to keep a nice neutral position in the spine. Let's take it to the other side. You're gonna drive the knee in, trying to keep a nice neutral position, and then rotating internally, keeping the heel up towards the sky. Don't let the knee drop, and then driving it back down to the starting position. Reverse the move, heel up towards the sky, shin and leg are out to the side, and then bringing the hip back into the starting position. Let's move to move number 2. We're going into abductors rock backs. So you're gonna extend your right leg out to the side, tuck the back toes under, and keep a neutral position. Try not to arch or round out your back as you sink your hips back down towards the heel. We're gonna do a few moves before we move to the other side. Go ahead and bring that leg in, extend the leg out to the side, tuck the toes under. We're gonna rock back, keeping that neutral position on the spine. Don't let that spine arch or round. And then doing a few more rock backs, feeling it in the groin, in the hip flexors, and getting stronger and more mobile. Great. All right, we're going into move number 3, seated windshield wipers. So you're sitting with an upright position and knees are bent. We're gonna keep our hands behind our back, just on the floor, nice and flat. You're going into windshield, so allowing the knees to rotate side to side. Hips are rotating internally and externally, and keeping a nice engaged core. Good. This is going to help the external muscles and internal muscles of our hips, and then bringing it back to the center. We're going into move number 4, dynamic 90-90 switches. This is a progression from the windshield wipers. So we're gonna sit upright as we keep a 90-degree on our knee to heel, and then also your back leg 90 degrees on the knee. So looks like an L, and you're facing forward. Chest is forward, shoulders are opened, and we're gonna bring the arms up towards our chest as we switch over, trying to keep the upright position on our upper body. Good, still having the 90-90 position, and rocking back to the center, rocking over to the other side, keeping the 90-90 switch. Good job, bringing it back to the center. Move number 5 is a seated hip flexor hurdle. So we're going to extend our left leg forward, and right knee is bent. You can keep your hands behind you, nice and flat on the floor, or you can even hug your knee on this move. You're gonna lift the heel up off the floor, move it across and down. Imagine that there is maybe a bottle of water right in front of you as you do this move, and make sure that you keep your upright position, engage the core as you're doing this. And we can switch it to the other side, same thing. Engage your core, move that foot across, and then bringing it up and across. Again, working the hip flexors, feeling them nice and strong, and your quads are contracted. All right, move number 6 is a seated hip internal rotation. We're gonna sit halfway on our chair, feet are flat on the floor, aligned to your knees and your shoulders. We're gonna place the fists right between our legs, right between the knees. Keep a nice tight engaged core, navel is back towards the spine, and I want you to take the heel out to the side, squeezing the fists together. Bring it back to position, Good, and then take it back out to the side, really feeling it on the glutes, on the external muscles of the hip, getting those muscles nice and activated. Switch it over to the other side. Take that heel out to the side, bring it back down. Try not to lift the glutes off the chair, and good job. Thank you for joining me today for hip mobility. We will see you next week for more mobility moves.